Welcome to the City Doctors Barcelona 2018 Global Forum. Just like people, cities get sick. That's why we talk about city doctors. You can see here, inner city, they create inner city poverty pockets. There are two sides of the tracks. On one side, you can see the poor one and the rich one. Slums and ghettos and gentrification play in opposite sides of the highways and create like a tale of two cities. We also have in more affluent places like Barcelona, problems such as mismanagement, housing booms and busts, residents that get priced out by high rents and speculation, and the fight between residents and tourism. So when people get sick, they start leaving the city. That's what happens when the department approach starts showing. If you didn't notice, departments don't talk in the city, don't talk to each other. Solar panels, as in this example in Cyprus, belong to the energy department, which of course doesn't talk with the parks and environment department in charge of palms. And result, palms under solar panels on the trees are not too efficient. But who can know? Because there are remote bureaucracies. Neighbors are powerless to tell the persons in charge of solar panels and palms that they are putting them in the wrong place and wasting resources. Here we have another example of department's approach. This is Buenos Aires, and you have the highway and the shantytown under the highway. So there is an ambulance, that's the health department, probably trying to get to some place. You have the transportation department that solved the problem of cars getting in and out of the city, but cut the neighborhood. So the housing department is in charge of the neighborhood, cut into by the highway. This is another example of the department's approach that makes city doctors so necessary. Everything started with Roger Kaufman's recommendation. He noticed reality is not divided into departments or disciplines. Reality is one. And what is the reality we take care with the city doctors approach? People. Cities are places where people, neighborhoods and community must live. And they have to ask first where we are, how are we living now, and most importantly, a shared vision for our children. How do we want our children to live? And between these two results and situation, initial situation, is where we have to think about different solutions. And then, of course, we have to balance, from the standpoint of the neighborhood, security, jobs, institutional capital like legal addresses and property, education, health, infrastructure, streets, sanitation, social capital, community, neighborness, housing, rehousing, and integration with the rest of the city. So all these are components that city doctors considers from the standpoint of the neighborhood. And the neighborhood has to manage all these factors locally. So instead of having a remote bureaucracy, we have, in the city doctors approach, a local, what we call managers of social innovation. So our program in this conference will have 3 days. The first day, we will be using planning tools to explore Barcelona and also our own cities. The second day, we will study design thinking and tools to combine and identify design solutions to this problem. And the third day, we will present tools to build prototypes and test our ideas. So in the first day, we will have an opening with the Barcelona mayor and Barcelona Activa. Later on, we will have mega and city doctors, the systemic framework to explore the city. Ingrid Guerra Lopez will help us to assess city needs and work with an exploration toolkit. And Barcelona Activa will present its framework and its case and guide us through the city. The second day, we will work with design thinking tools. Lynn Kearney will show us how to use the visuals to paint our village. We will work with techniques for large groups such as Metaplan and workouts. And John Lazar will help us with design thinking methodologies. We will make applications and work on this day 3, building prototypes in software and in reality like this we are looking at now. We will have also a set of elements for design the system thinking with Alexander Laszlo and Pavel Lushka. We will have prototyping time, presentation of the prototypes, and the Roger Award ceremony with registration for the online follow-up. So all the projects that appear these 3 days will be followed up after the closing with courses in an online platform that will help to support the prototypes, develop competencies, and achieve ISPA certifications. Thank you so much.